Hey guys, it's Roast, and today I want to talk about how to get a house in New World and why you should get a house in New World. I'm doing this video because right now it's a really good time to buy, primarily due to the massively decreased taxes that I talk about in the video to the top right. Hope I'm pointing the right direction. I'm going to start off by showing the process of buying a house, then I'll explain why you should, and lastly I'll talk about some ways to get every bit of value out of the house that you can. If this video helps you out and you aren't already, please subscribe to help me grow the channel. I know like 98-99% of y'all aren't, but if not, that's okay. And if you've already subscribed, consider leaving a like and a comment too to help this out in the algorithm. With that said, let's get started with how to buy a home. Getting a house in New World is a relatively simple process, but if you've not done it before, there are a few things that can trip you up, and you're spending 5,000 gold. It can be a little daunting, right? The first thing you'll need to do is you'll have to go get your territory standing up in the territory you want to buy a house, at least up to level 10. That's where you unlock the basic house, the tier 1. If you want tier 2, tier 3, or tier 4, those unlock at standing levels 15, 20, and 30. Oh, that's gross. Once you've reached your desired standing, so whatever level you need, you just have to make sure you have enough gold to purchase the house and pay the first round of taxes. You can determine how much this is going to be by approaching the house like I've done here and pressing T to buy, and then the UI will show the total costs here initially. A good note here is that the very first house you buy will be half priced. So this house costs 5,000 normally. If it's your first house, it will only be 2,500, which is really nice. Now let's talk about why you should buy a house. You may be wondering, why should I waste 5,000 gold on a house that's just cosmetic? And that's the thing, they're not just cosmetic. As you can see here, it briefly lists the fast travel and trophies, but it really doesn't tell you the whole story. So houses in New World actually serve as valuable boosts to some of the different activities in the game. On purchase, the house will serve to give you a free recall point from anywhere in the world, which is similar to the inn, but on a cooldown that you can reset with a little bit of Azoth. And that's amazing, because if you ever find yourself like out far from a fast travel point, or you're just really heavy, like if I travel up here, it costs me 400 Azoth. If I have a house there, it's free. Or if I have to reset the cooldown for max, it's only 50 Azoth. So that can really save you a lot of gold if you spread your houses out across the map to just get traveling for just much cheaper. Um, Additionally, you can place furniture in the house that gives you more buffs. These are trophies and chests. Uh, Trophies can give you boosts to different kinds of luck in the game, which is necessary for farming endgame mats and for crafting endgame gear. And you can also improve your damage to certain types of enemies, which can be really helpful for invasions and expeditions. As you can see, I've got 5 trophies here. I have all the gathering luck ones and loot luck because that's what I like to have, but you can do whatever you want to do. In addition to trophies, you can craft chests as well and place them. The number and what chests do is they increase the storage for the town you're in. So like I have this hope storage chest right here. I can actually view the contents, which I didn't know you could do. But having this one chest increases my storage by 400. So instead of having just 1,300 space, I have almost 1,800 space. Each chest can add up to 500, but if you have the max tier, and the number of chests you can have depends on your house's tier. So tier 1 can hold 1, tier 2 can hold 2, tier 3 can hold 3, and tier 4 can hold 4, as far as I know. But yeah, those chests only apply to this town, so that the chest in Windsor doesn't increase my storage in Ebonscale, but it does increase it in Windsor. Now, a house in Brightwood, I have a bunch of storage here as well, because I have 2 chests, so I think, you can't see it, that's unfortunate. I think I've got around 2,000 storage space here, though. Um, but yeah, with the basics of housing covered, why you might want to go in, let's get to some of the lesser known house facts. The first tip that I have is if you can't afford your taxes that week, don't panic. Now, with the change they recently made to make taxes ridiculously cheaper, that's not nearly as much of an issue. 28 gold isn't an issue. 200 plus gold, a little bit of an issue. But now it's less of an issue. But if for whatever reason it still is, if you can't pay a tax that week and the timer goes up, the house won't be abandoned. You don't lose it. It's okay. If you can't pay, you'll just lose the bonuses it provides. So like if I can't pay the taxes, the bonuses from these trophies and the bonus from this chest doesn't apply. It won't trash anything from your inventory, from your storage if it's overflowing. It just won't let you access it for a short time. So yeah, it's totally okay if you can't pay the taxes. Don't sweat it at all. Another lesser known bonus is that if you have a house in a town, say Windsward, the town owners can do housing lifestyle upgrades, and I'll show you what it is here on the territory planning. Down here in improved lifestyle, you can see what buffs are active and what buffs are available. They can do things that increase your yield, or your crafting skill, or your combat skill. And the really cool thing is that this doesn't just apply in this town. Initially, I thought if they do Lumberjack Spirit, which gives you 20% higher lumber yield, I thought that only applied in Windsward. Well, if you have a house in Windsward, that applies all over the map. If you're farming in Brightwood, if you're farming in Monarchs, wherever you are, if you have a house in a place that has the lifestyle upgrade active, yeah, everybody gets that special long-term buff to players who own a house in this territory, period. You don't have to be in the territory. And honestly, that lifestyle buff is a really good reason to keep your house in the hub zones, Windsward and Everfall, and, you know, maybe Brightwood, Monarchs, First Light, or Cutlass, where a lot of gold is at, because those places can afford to actually get those buffs, because it's expensive to keep them going. I want to talk about trophies again real quick. When you're trying to choose what trophies to use, it's a good start to know that you can only have 5 per house. You can't have more than 5 per house, and you can't have multiples of one kind in a house. So like if I had 5 mining luck trophies in this house, the benefit would really only be like having one, which is plus 500 mining luck, and that would just be wasting 4 trophy slots. You can do like I've done here and have one of each kind of gathering, and you can also have multiple houses and have one of each type in each house. Like if I can have 3 houses and I can have one minor mining trophy in each one for a total of 1500 more luck. And the type of trophy you want is really going to depend on what you're doing. So if you're just spamming invasions over and over, get some corrupted damage. If you only skin and harvest, don't worry about a mining trophy or a fishing trophy. There's all sorts of different ones. There's, like, you can see what ones I have here: an ancients, corrupted, wildlife combat trophies. So yeah. The next tip I've got is that if you're looking to maximize value of houses in terms of just trophies, just buy T1 houses. The ones that cost 2,500 or 5, the ones that cost 5,000 gold, 2,500 if it's your first house. You can buy 3 of those in 3 different territories for 15k, and that's all your trophies, and their taxes are the least. So if you just want to get trophies out, buy tier 1 houses. Now, if you want storage space, that's where the higher tiers are going to really be handy, because I'm trying to get my guy to turn around so I can do like this. Sorry. If you want storage space, get the higher tiers, because that tier 1 house only has 1 chest, whereas the tier 4 house, I think, has 4 chests, which is, you know, instead of 500 at max rank chest, it's 2,000 extra space, which is a big deal. The last tip I have for you, or the last double tip we'll say, is try not to abandon your homes. It's an option you have if you look at the menu. Oh, shoot, it's gonna be something like, I think it's under pay tax, you abandon it. Now, if you do abandon your house, you don't want to do that. You will get 0 gold back. 0. And if it was your only house, you don't get that first price discount again. So like when you buy your first house, make sure it's the one you want, because the half off bonus only applies once. Once you buy a house, you will never get that half off bonus again. Okay? So make sure it's a good one. Anyways, I hope you guys found these tips and tricks useful. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to grow this into something big, but I can only do that with your help. So please subscribe, like, comment, whole 9 yards. If there's another guide you really want to see, let me know, and I will do my best to make that video for you guys. And if you have any suggestions for how can I improve these, let me know too. I'm always down to hear that. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope this video helps. But until next time, keep it beefy, boys. I'll see you in the next video.
Hello there.